If I put it down, you can take it. Maybe you can take it. If I put it down, you can have it. Maybe you can have it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Daisy Dukes, aka the Shy Stripper, and here again I have Luna.
Hi.
The person y'all have been asking for. So today we're gonna do our stripper Q&A. But before we do that, we're gonna start by exchanging our Christmas gifts. So in my day in the life vlog, y'all saw where I was looking for Luna's gift. And bro, the difference between our bags and the wrappers,
What?
I just didn't feel like going to the store.
It's so cute. That's okay.
Okay. Damn, bitch, it's heavy.
It's okay. Okay, who's going first?
You go first.
Okay.
I want to see if you actually like it. It's just what I do.
Oh my god, this is cute as hell. It's little turtleneck. And it says she bad. And I like that. I love this shit. This is like staple pieces in my wardrobe.
Okay, y'all. So y'all saw where I was picking it out, and I was like, oh, I hope she likes it.
I do. I love it. Thank
Yay.
you. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm gonna open mine. Damn, bitch, you got items. Okay, how do I know when I got more items?
It's 3 things.
Oh, that's so nice.
That reaction felt right.
No, for real. I really do like it. I was like, wait. And then I read the Simple Vegetarian to show me like a recipe book. This is really nice because I actually do kind of like Mediterranean.
Yes, because she be cooking. She said she doesn't like cooking, but she just said in the car, I don't like cooking, but I have to feed myself.
And it got drink.
Yeah, and I know she tries to eat healthier. So these are supposed to be healthier food options that are simple to make.
Oh yes, I think it's just pretty. And
Yes.
I can use it just for aesthetics too.
Yeah, because I know,
This is cute.
I think I texted you one day and you're like, I'm looking up recipes, and I'm like, okay.
Thank you. Ooh, poor them. Okay.
And they look good, and I knew I wouldn't make them.
It's fucking screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Thank you. This is nice. Okay. So yeah, it's a simple vegetarian recipe book. I like that. And she got me a candle. And it has my sign on it. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold on. I'm gonna bring them both up close. Actually, let me open the last one.
Yes. You can figure it out.
That's fucking cute.
I had a top exactly like that, and she kept saying how cute it was, so I decided to give her one.
Period, bitch. Thank
Yes.
you. Damn, you got me a lot. I don't know how to-
No, that's okay. It was all like very non-expensive.
Okay, let me
It also
try it.
smells like- And also, I don't know if it's on purpose, but the candle slid right out if you just want to use it to contain something.
Yeah, I have another Virgo candle and I just use it to keep change.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep this because it says Virgo.
Yeah.
This is one of the candles. That smells good. Y'all, look. I'm screaming. Here's the top. And the book she got. The recipe book that she got me. Sweet! Thanks!
Those are our Christmas gifts. I love the top. It's so cute.
Bitch, I was looking all around. I was like, damn, this ain't. There's pieces that I just couldn't find the perfect thing. So when I finally found out, I was like,
Yeah.
finally,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna wear the hell out of it.
I was like, that's giving me Luna energy.
Yes.
We're gonna get into the video.
Yeah, the Q&A / mukbang.
Yeah, from the halal. Y'all gonna see it in a different vlog, but we went to the halal food truck and I got a Philly cheesesteak on pita bread. She got
A lamb gyro. And they're so good, but they're messy as hell to eat.
they are so.
And I'm just like, this is not gonna be great. This was a bad choice for us.
It's okay. Cause everybody always doing freaking crab legs and stuff.
But it tastes so good. I know this is a little messy as hell. I'm already doing shit.
What is spicy sauce though? See? Oh, they got me fucked up. Right.
Mine does not. I'm very content with this non-fire lamb.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the first question. We're just gonna both answer them however we want to answer them. So first I'm gonna start off by saying thank you all to the people who did submit questions. And if you submitted questions and I didn't include it, just comment down below if you have any more questions for us. And we'll answer them in the comments, I guess. So the first question, I just put them in order of how I received them. I didn't even put them in order of how, like, themes or anything. How can you move without seeming repetitive or boring on stage?
A lot of it is kind of trying to read the reaction of the audience or kind of observe what they liked from other girls on stage. Because yeah, I mean, you can be repetitive, but as long as they're enjoying what you're doing, they're not going to view it themselves as repetitive, you know? A lot of it, which is kind of, I talked about it before in our how to dance at a white club versus a black club video. A lot of it is really just kind of moving very slow and sensually, and you're going to feel like you're doing the same thing over and over. But if you can make it look graceful and all that, you can be doing a basic fucking movement. You can literally just be spinning around. But if you make it like slow and sensual, it's gonna seem like this erotic, like stage performance, you know? People, you gotta keep in mind, people aren't in the strip club on a daily basis like you are. They don't see that kind of stuff constantly. So you may be overthinking what you're doing on stage. But as long as you're comfortable with yourself, as long as you're just kind of doing what feels okay, as long as you're not making yourself look awkward by overthinking it, you're gonna do pretty okay. Because I feel like I'm repetitive on the stage all the time, but I still make money on stage. You still chewing. Okay, alternate from the pole to floor work too. That helps out. You can spend some time on the pole doing whatever tricks. And then also floor work, which is more kind of the crawling and the arching of the back or the spinning or the sensual walking. Just kind of keep it more versatile. Or if you're at a club like us where they have a ring or a hoop, you can also like go to that. I recently learned some new tricks on it and I think that helps out, you know. It's just, another thing is to kind of like, if you're the only girl on stage, try to use the entire space instead of just staying in one place. Because that way, even if you are doing the same thing over and over, people will see it at different angles. And if you're at different points of the stage, maybe someone didn't get to see it over there, and now they see it now that you're closer to them. So try to use the space that you have, you know, unless someone's just throwing money at one place. Otherwise, make your way all around the stage. Just because you might catch someone's eye. They might not have been able to see you fully. They might like what you're doing, but they can't really see it, you know.
Facts. There's this one girl who worked, when we worked at the first club together, she would literally do a pirouette like 4 times in a row, and that was just what she mainly did on the stage. But you know the white skinny girl who I call porn star?
Yeah.
But it's just the way that she did that pirouette that I'm like, damn, that shit's sexy. And she's not even like the type, I didn't even find her attractive at all, but it's just the fact that she did it in a nice way. She would do it all around 4 times and then do whatever little pole tricks and stuff. Yeah. I mean, as dancers, we see how other dancers move and we learn their movements too. And we all know that we all do the same shit over and over. It's just how you execute it. So, like Luna was saying, it's just work on your execution so that it looks smoother, more fluid. And even if it is repetitive, it won't matter as long as it's fluid.
And that does remind me of another girl that we hung out with before at the club. And she never really did pole tricks. She would kind of just also do a pirouette and spin around the pole. And then she would walk over essentially. She would like kind of flip her hair and like put her hands in her hair and do all that and like bend over. But they always do the same thing. But it looked amazing on stage. Just because she was very confident and sensual with it, and she moved very slow and sensual while doing it. And she would make a lot of money on stage, and she would like then like do the butt isolation a couple times while like looking over her shoulder at the audience or whatever. I wasn't gonna say names. That's true.
Brandy is one of the most common stripper names.
Okay, well, yeah, my friend Brandy. Yeah, she would always do the same thing, like the same thing.
And these are also these two dancers have danced for years.
Yeah.
Like more than 2-3 years.
Yeah, she's been
about 3 years.
Yeah, she's been in the club like 3 or 4 years.
And the other one, probably about 5 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same thing because they got their niche. They got like what works for them. Yeah. There's no need to really switch it up unless you really want to, or you're at a new club.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. So don't worry about it seeming repetitive or boring. It's really not that deep. Just worry about making it look sexy. How to overcome feeling like you're boring on stage. That's kind of like the same thing. If you feel like you're boring on stage, maybe try going to a pole class, or even like either a pole class or more like a floor work class. And they have those online. You can go to an actual pole studio and maybe learn some new moves from a class, or look online on YouTube for different floor work routines that you can do, because people are always coming up with floor work routines, like all the time, literally all the fucking time.
I would also say, depending on the standing you have with the DJ at the club, maybe ask for specific songs that you just like to dance to in general, because a lot of what I see is when girls have high energy on stage, it might not even be that they're doing like crazy moves, it's just they look like they're having a good time. Mm-hmm. They look like they're just kind of like just dancing in the mirror, just having fun, vibing with it. And if you're like that, customers also like that. They like the positive energy. They like whenever you're confident in yourself like that. So I'd also say maybe try to dance to songs that you're more comfortable with, and maybe like don't be so in your head about it. Like don't picture it as, oh, I have to dance for this crowd. Just think, I'm here to dance and have a good time.
How to stop being shy on stage and look at customers. Just do it. Just look at them.
Well, I don't wear my glasses on stage, and that makes it easier for me because I can still see where they are, but I don't have. I can still see where they are.
The blobs.
I just don't have to like look them dead in their eyes. And a trick that someone taught me, because when I was in high school and middle school, I was a theater kid. A trick is that if you have a big group of people sitting in a certain space, you look just over their heads. And they're going to think you're making eye contact. It's going to create the illusion that you're making eye contact with the entire crowd. But also, if you're trying to make eye contact with a specific person, look up here, middle of their forehead. It also creates the illusion. I'd say in general, you just have to look in their general direction. If you're that far away from them, you're on stage, you're on a whole different level, they're not going to be able to tell exactly if you're looking in their eyes or not, you know? And just also think of it, like they came in there to pay you. Like they didn't come in here and be like, oh my God, look at this stupid bitch. Like they came into the strip club for a reason. So you don't need to be intimidated by them. You need to remember that you are the one that holds the power in that situation. Like they came in with the money, but they came in with the money to spend it on you.
Some of them.
Girl.
Some of them broke.
This is the pep talk.
Some of them broke.
Some of them are broke. But in that case, they came in there to try to impress you, and either way, you hold the power. That's my point.
Right. And you're gonna, as time goes on and you get more used to being on stage, you're gonna become less shy because you're gonna get used to the stage. You're gonna figure out what works for you. So it's really just time and practice. So if you can get up there when it's slow, practice, just figure out like a little routine you can do, or at home if you feel like doing that. Yeah, what just worked for me was just time of me getting up on stage multiple times and finally getting over that shit. Like, okay, I need money.
Yeah.
I need money.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to shake some ass.
Yeah.
And get my money.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes you still get nervous, but it's not because you're like, oh, I'm gonna look stupid. It's just you're like, damn, these people gonna give me money or not.
That's really what it is. Like,
because I go up there and if I have a night where I didn't make money on stage, I'm mad because I'm like, shit, I know I'm not ugly. I know none of those motherfuckers could do what I just did. Like, you become more confident in yourself, and that's just with time.
And one thing that you can do is find something that you can do that another dancer can't. Like a lot of dancers have their one trick, their one move. Luna has her
cartwheels.
I sometimes do a jade split on stage. Not everybody can do that shit. Not everybody knows what that is.
I don't know what that is.
My bad, y'all. I had to go into my real job. Anyways, like I was saying,
The jade split.
jade split. So that's the move. You watch my story yesterday? Okay, while I was on the pole, it's basically when you invert and then you hold. You basically do a split while upside down on the pole.
Oh, okay.
That.
Gotcha.
So that's like my signature move. Now once I get it to a full split, then it's gonna be like, you can't tell me shit. But for right now, I don't see nobody else doing it. So.
Nobody else do cartwheels.
Am I doing business promo? I am doing business promo. If you would like me to promote your business, please send me an email to my email. Please send an email to my business email. It's xoxodaisydukes@gmail.com. I'll put it on the screen for you. Send me an email with all the details, and I'll get back to you in 1 to 2 business days. Okay, so somebody asked would I consider making an OnlyFans, and the answer is no. Y'all don't need to see no more than what you've already seen. We're good. Like, that's it. You see my ass. You see me on the pole. That's all you need to see. And I just don't feel like dealing with OnlyFans. It's too much.
I might. Shit, let me know. Would you follow?
Alright, somebody asked, how was our first night as a stripper? You want to go first? Because she started stripping before me.
My first night as a stripper, I'm pretty sure it was a fucking Wednesday or Thursday. It was exactly a week after my 21st birthday. And I was almost late because I had decided to go to an amusement park with my friend, and traffic was shit on the way back because there was a wreck.
I'm screaming.
And the owner of the club had told me to be there at a certain time. And at that point, I wasn't used to stripping. I didn't know strippers were always late. I didn't know you can basically show up whenever you want. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta get there by 6. I, like a true baby stripper, I didn't have pleasers. I just had like department store heels because pleasers were intimidating. Had to get used to the stage. I made like 300 my first night. I know there's some girls that make a lot more their first night, some girls make a lot less. I really only made it because of one guy, and he was trying to like get me to go back home with him. I did not, but he gave me that $300. And it was clear I was new because he threw like $50 on me when I just came and said hi to him at the bar. And my response back was, did you just get your tax refund back?
Damn.
It was like around April, it would have added up.
Well, why did you feel like...
I was new.
I've never heard of someone ask me for shit.
I wasn't used to them just throwing money at me, yeah, so I said, dang, did you just get your tax refund back? I know I looked hella awkward on stage. I probably looked like, whenever I was trying to arch, I probably looked like, you know how cats do when they about to throw up, and it's just like, I probably looked like that. I ain't gonna lie. It was not good. My first night, I only made money because it was one weird ass man. I did give a dance to a guy, and my very first dance to a guy was a Hispanic guy, and he didn't speak much English, and instantly during the dance, he went to go grab up on my titties. You ain't supposed to do that, and I was like, no! So that was wild, and like also his friends were white and they could speak English, and none of them wanted to dance, and they were talking back to him in Spanish and like laughing and shit. So I was like, why are they laughing? What the fuck? So my first night stripping, I'm gonna admit, it was an emotional roller coaster because first I'm like, why are they laughing at me? And then I'm like, this weird ass man grabbing my titties. And then money was being thrown on me, and it all got better. So it was a lot, but you know what? That's just how it is. You're not ready for it until you start. And I've come a long way. So at least see that.
Your first night was totally different from my first night. My first actual night stripping was at this really rinky-dink ass club for one. And it was me and one of my best friends. We had decided to go together.
I wouldn't know.
She won. I went with my friend. My friend had a little bit of whole experience. I went to one class for her birthday and thought I was just ready to go.
I went to no classes.
I had literally one spin that I was going to do when I got on that stage. I didn't even get to do my spin, y'all. Basically, we went into the club. The hiring manager was a woman, which was perfect because that was a perfect club for me to start off at. Like, it actually was really good. No, the night was not that great, but for us getting hired, it was perfect timing. So she came in, she was like, okay, y'all want to audition? We're like, yeah. She was like, okay, y'all can either audition together or separate. If you audition, and then she was like, here's the pros and cons of auditioning together, here's the pros and cons of auditioning by yourselves. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go on stage. The first song you're dancing to is the song that you pick out. The second song is the song that would normally be played in this club. So we're not gonna tell you what song it is, you're just gonna have to dance to it. And then at the end, we'll tell you if you're hired or not. I did actually have pleasers. I had my first outfit picked out. It was a little purple two-piece that I don't even wear anymore.
I was about to say, I want to see that.
It really wasn't bad. It's just I don't like wearing two pieces.
Give me that shit.
Okay. And then it was like and my pleasers were like the basic little pleaser heels, and it had the little white part at the bottom that was reflective on the light from the club lights. So I thought that was really cute. I don't even wear those anymore. We had to audition together because we were scared as shit. Like, there was only a few, it really wasn't that many people in the club. It was pretty slow all night, but it was still dancers in there, and that was more intimidating than anything because I'm like, damn, these bitches been doing this and now they're about to sit here and probably talk shit about us while we auditioned, which was not the case. I actually thought we did pretty good. We danced to Wetter. That was the song that we chose to dance to. And then the second song was was rock. Some wings.
It was like, girls.
Hell no, bitch. I'm traumatized from that song. From that club. But it was some song that we would never dance to. But we made it work. When I tell you, it was like the longest 7 minutes of my life that I never remember now to this day, really. Yeah, my heart was racing because I was right there up front. Like, everybody could literally see me. Of course, my friend was in the back, but they were probably paying more attention to me on the floor, just
shaking ass.
I mean, I was shaking ass. I was probably rolling around like a little baby. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I was doing something, and I tried to be confident with it. Got off stage, and the manager was like, I just knew in my heart that she was going to hire my friend and not me. But she was like, okay, well, I'm going to hire both of you because we need a thick black girl. My friend was a thicker black girl. And we need someone with natural hair because that's a different look than what we have in here. She was like, you are welcome to work your first night right now if you want, or feel free to come back. And that night, I made like $60. My friend made like $40. We didn't pay a house fee, so at least there was that. One girl was dancing for her customer, and it was his birthday. And we were just like sitting down looking because we were so fucking scared to move or approach anybody after we had just auditioned on stage. And the girl was like, hey y'all, come over here and dance for him. It's his birthday. So we were like, oh shit, that's so nice of her. So we went over there and danced for him. He was just throwing money everywhere. And that was cool. We split it 3 ways.
When I first started, every time I would give a guy a dance, I'm like, you got feedback.
Yeah, they gave me feedback too. And I was like, okay, perfect. So that was that. That was pretty much my night, honestly. That's like, yeah, that's the end of the story. Yeah, the girls were nice. The customers, the few that were there were nice. And I left with $60 and thought I was like, whoa.
Wow.
$60,
Wow.
not $300. $60.
It was all for that one man that had just got his tax return back, okay? So, at my first night, or the first couple months and all that, I mean, still, the girls were really nice. I got off stage, one of the girls was like, come on, sweetie, we're gonna go to the other stage and I'm gonna help you out, which was a nice way of being like, it's a mess.
You look a hot ass mess, bitch. Let's fix this.
But the point is, she came and helped me. And
that's true.
Then one of the other girls walked by and she was like, oh my god, you a saint. So the girls helped me out. They taught me pole tricks, gave me advice on dancing and all that. Even the owner came back and was like, hey, you're doing okay, don't worry about it. Try not to look so stressed. That's what I'm getting at. Okay.